What's up, guys? I'm Olivia.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're driving and vibing.
Today we're hanging out with Christina and Scott from our epic field trip. We're going to learn all about their transition into RV life and how they've been loving it so far. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We are here with another great couple here at the Escapers Bash, and we've been getting interviews all morning, and we just walked into their rig, and let me just tell you first off, it's beautiful. This is gorgeous Integra, and tell us how long you've been in this and on the road.
We've been in it 5 months. We started August 14th in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Right, the other side of the country.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what gave you the idea that RV life was even an option?
Oh boy, you go with that one.
Okay, so for our 35th wedding anniversary, we went on a bucket list vacation to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Oh boy.
And it just completely, we went thinking we were just going on vacation, but we left transformed. We were able to really get unplugged because you don't really have much signal out there. And so, we had been in corporate jobs, where we were always checking our email and having to deal with work stuff, and just being able to get out there and be unplugged for a substantial amount of time, and then just the amazing vistas really made us realize that we wanted our lives to be different. And so it was from that point that we started researching. We had some conversations with some people out in that area, and they were doing full-time RV life.
Oh, okay.
And so I started researching, and we said, you know what? Let's do it. And it took 11 months from the time we decided to moving into the rig.
Yeah, that's about how long we gave ourselves to make that transition as well.
It was it was a tough transition.
All right, well, let's talk about that. Tell me some of those challenges that you faced.
Downsizing and all of that good stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Downsizing, the house was easy. The stuff was, we've got a 5x10 storage unit still, but the stuff was pretty easy to get rid of. We just did
estate sale.
An estate sale.
We did a big estate sale
cool.
and just got it done all at one time.
All at one time. We took a trip. We owned HARLEYS. We both had our own HARLEYS. So I had a bucket list of trip of going coast to coast to coast. So we did that from June and July and sold those. Though that was the hardest thing we've ever had to do. So we just couldn't figure out. We could figure out how to bring them with us, but it was just too costly. So that was part of the hardest thing we had to do.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been too costly and stressful to have them with us. We wanted, the whole idea of being in this life was to reduce stress and make life simpler, and just having to have a tow vehicle and the Jeep or the motorcycles with us would have been a lot more stressful. And we realized too that we could rent bikes wherever we want to ride.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot from watching everybody's different
Oh
channels.
my gosh, yes.
Yeah, like I say, the transition to this, I did research for 10 months we went from a Class C, we've got some pictures, we rented a Class C, and I was like, I do not fit in this shower room. Okay? We did it for a week, and plus at the time we were still going to tow the Jeep and bike, so that wasn't going to work. Once you come in and you see this, and it's like, if we can do this, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So, and you try and make it happen, and we did. So,
We went all in.
we went all in.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Escapers Bash, and we're obviously boondocking right now.
Yeah.
Is boondocking something you guys do a decent amount of, or is this your first experience?
No, we were at Nomad Fest. Was
That's
our
right.
first experience with no hookups. Yeah.
What a learning experience. I messed the batteries up.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I thought you could just run everything all the time. And all of a sudden the alarm's going off at 2 a.m.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, what is this? And
Plus, we were having too much fun
Yes.
and socializing, and
We
we
were-
forgot to run the generator
Yeah.
because we don't have any solar.
we came back at 9:30. It's like, oh no, batteries are like at 12.2.
And it's quiet time in
Yeah.
half hour.
That was so funny.
But then part of what we did earlier this month was meet some friends down in Quartzsite on the BLM land down there and did some boondocking for about 5 days, and that was fantastic. We love that. As a matter of fact, when we leave here, we're going to go back down there for another 5 days.
We sure are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And we did Lake Mead too.
Oh yeah, Lake Mead.
We did Lake Mead Recreation Area. It's
Yep.
called Government Wash.
Yeah.
Road.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
It is
Coyotes
Beautiful
everywhere.
area.
It was amazing. So yeah, we want to do more boondocking. We're going to look at getting lithium and getting
Some solar.
solar. But you know, it's expensive.
Yeah,
Most
in the
definitely.
meantime, the generator does just fine.
It
But
does.
yep, it
Yep.
sure does. 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night.
That's
We got
it.
to figure it out. Boom.
It's a pretty inexpensive option as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were. I was shocked at how much it just does. It is diesel,
All right.
so it comes from the tank, and the aqua hot that we have runs to hot water. It's continuous. It's diesel, so everything's coming from the tank. We don't have to worry about LP.
That's
so
great. Let's talk a little bit about RV parks then, because a lot of the people we're talking to do a lot of boondocking, but finding the right RV park is an important process as well. Can you give us a little insight about your experience with picking out an RV park that suits your needs and your rig?
Yeah.
there you go. Right? A lot of people are like, you got a 45-foot rig. We would have trouble getting places.
Actually, we
No.
haven't. And the thing that we've really made a lot of use of is Thousand Trails.
Yep.
We went ahead and did a Thousand Trails annual pass and got 3 regions to try it out. You can get a bumped up membership and you get, bigger windows for making reservations and things like that. But we haven't had any problem getting into any of the Thousand Trails parks.
KOAs. We're
We've
going to a
done
KOA after here for a night
Yeah.
because we had already paid and we were going to lose the money anyway, so we're just going to go for one night.
Yeah.
And we've done museum, Hangar 25.
Oh, the Harvest Hosts
Harvest
and
Hosts
the
too.
Boondockers Welcome. Harvest Hosts, for the most part, we don't have any problem getting in because most of them have very large parking lots.
Totally.
So it's not a problem. The Boondockers Welcome, maybe 50% of those, as I've looked them up, are, sized below our size. But that still leaves 50% out
Yeah.
there. So we've not ever had a situation where we were coming up on a night where we didn't have a place to stay.
I would say you've been on the road for 5 months, and it
Yeah.
sounds like you really have done your research. A lot of
Yeah.
the people that we've talked to might not even know what Harvest Hosts is after a year. So it's so cool that y'all are taking advantage of all those resources.
Well, I
Oh,
have to
man.
thank you guys,
Yes, thank you.
okay, and other channels like yours, because we were quite addicted for the 11
Yes.
months that it took for us to make that transition. We were just soaking up all that information, and so Harvest Hosts and Boondockers Welcome was definitely featured.
And the myth about Harvest House, and everybody's like, well, you can only stay one night. Well, 2 wineries we stayed at, they were fine with us, just, can we stay another night? We got some more stuff we want to see. One, the rum distillery we stayed at, they would let us stay for 3 nights because there was so much on Route 66 to see. So, if you talk to them, they're usually
We have
pretty
the same
reasonable.
experience.
Okay.
Whenever we've asked to stay an extra night, I mean, you just go talk to them, and they're usually very cool
They're
with that.
very
It's
happy
like-
to do that.
And we're
yeah.
always frequenting the business as
Right.
well, so
Yeah.
they're getting our business while we're there too.
Yeah.
And, go do some wine tastings or whatever.
All owners have come out and we've either had
Oh my gosh.
snacks with them and wine and, just having fun.
Yeah, it's been really cool to socialize with the owners at the Harvest Host locations as well. It's
Yeah.
been- yeah.
The Boondockers Welcome was in Wilcox, right?
Oh yeah.
It was it was in these guys' backyard and 360 degrees mountain views.
Wow.
Owls hanging out in the trees. He invited us for coffee. We brought breakfast. It was a blast.
We're loving it.
Loving it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm so happy to hear that.
I know.
I mean, really.
So we've heard all the amazing things that you've experienced so far. What are some hard things that you either didn't expect or maybe did expect going into, but that have taken a little adjusting to get used to?
So for me, one of the it's at the same time it's frustrating, but it's also can be interesting, is when you go to the grocery store. I like going to grocery stores and seeing new grocery stores and kind of what they have and all that. But when you're there to just go get some groceries and you don't know where anything is, that can be a little bit frustrating and kind of disconcerting and annoying. But That's probably the main thing, other than being, you know, far away from friends and family. But just going into new stores, and they're always laid out differently.
Can definitely be a scavenger hunt
Yes.
going in there.
Yeah, we
And you're like,
did
why
not-
is the produce section in the middle of the
I
clothes?
know.
We did
Right?
not
Who designed
know.
this one?
Yeah.
There are so many different layouts for Walmart. I would have told
Yeah.
you there was one layout for Walmart before I hit the road, but
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
they're
many
all
of these
different.
big chains and corporations, you expect it to be kind of a cookie cutter thing,
Mhm.
but it can be so unique depending on the area.
And mine was, this is such a big responsibility, and I got two separate electric systems to learn. Everything on the coach, never dealt with anything before, and then our first time staying at a Flying J, I was like scared to death these truckers
Oh,
were gonna
yeah.
just do something to our car or whatever. And then the rest stop, we did that one night. And so
Yeah.
that was a little interesting, but as far as that, once I've learned everything, everybody is so nice.
totally.
They really are. Everybody we've met, everybody here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they help you. It's amazing.
And what's cool is once you start talking and socializing with other RVers, you realize they're all going through the same
Yes.
thing that you are, you know.
Yes.
So you don't feel like you're the only one
Mm-mm.
dealing with it.
Y'all have shared so much awesome wisdom today, and I thank you for sharing it with the Vibe Tribe. Do you have one tip you would give to someone thinking about RV life that hasn't decided if they want to do it yet? Is there anything that you'd want to share with them to give them a little kernel of knowledge?
I know what mine is.
Go ahead.
Don't wait.
All right.
Don't wait.
Don't wait. I heard that many times from older people. My uncle, he's a 78. He wanted to do it when he was my age, and he didn't do it, and now it's too late. So everybody has told me, don't wait. Do your research, do all that stuff. Don't be afraid, don't wait. That's all I
All
can
right.
say.
Yeah.
How about you?
That was going to be a variation on that same theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, can't do that. Well, I thought we couldn't do it. It's like, no way.
But you know, you have to, like, if you really want to do it, I like to mention another channel, KYD says,
Oh,
what is the dream that you can achieve today? Like, okay, if you want to be out on the road and be an RV nomad, what is the configuration that you can do? Because there's one out there, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's every extreme.
Yes.
So what is the configuration that you can do to achieve that dream? And you might have to make some compromises. We had to sell our motorcycles. That was heartbreaking to us, but
Yeah.
we wanted this life bad enough to do that.
I love that, because for us it was, we had to use the Ford Ranger, and we had to get a vehicle or a tow vehicle, or we had to get a rig that the Ford Ranger could tow. So
And we didn't have to, but we felt more comfortable
Yeah.
Exactly,
not buying
exactly.
a new truck and a new rig at the same
to
time.
set ourselves up financially.
Because
Right.
we had no idea what it was going to cost to live this lifestyle, so it was kind of a guessing game. And our thought was, you know, we'll start out small and we'll grow. You know, if we find that we're comfortable and we can make it work. And yeah, it's just nonstop learning experiences, though. We're still learning
Right?
to this day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every day is a new day. I love it.
Well,
A new view, too.
Oh,
It's-
that's the best.
Exactly, that's the
Best.
best part.
I know, and
it
they're not
is.
all
Awesome.
the great. You know, we wake up at the Flying J. Let me tell you, there's nothing good about that view.
Well, I don't mind. I
No.
tell us all the time, I do not mind a late night snack at Walmart if I'm camping in the parking lot.
Oh, there
know?
you
It's a
go. That's
benefit.
right.
I'm with
Or,
you.
or like I wake up to him with a coffee and like a
Yeah.
biscuit from McDonald's from
Nice.
going into Walmart.
So
Like
even those views can bring something fruitful.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's,
right.
it's a great grocery stop. For me, it's like that I can grab whatever groceries we need before we head off to
Yeah.
our next spot, and I can put them right where they go in the rig.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you guys have shared so much awesome knowledge, Scott and Christina, of our epic field trip.
You
That's
got it.
We'll link it all below. So make sure you follow these guys, because their journey is awesome and unique, and there's so much we learn from you guys,
Yes,
and just to get
thank
to know you
so
guys.
much
Yeah.
for sharing.
Well, thank you guys.
thoroughly enjoyed getting to know you guys better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Please leave us any comments or questions you have down below, and we'll see you next time.
Later
Bye,
on.
guys.
Bye.